All right, Adam, give us a little brief. Whoa, yeah.
Moves.
Not my chair, so yeah, okay.
All right.
Give us a little brief introduction of what you're here to talk about.
Okay, so my name's Adam Gardiner. I'm a lobbyist in town, and one of the first things I did when as a lobbyist who's not very good, the best thing you can do is create your own clients. And so I started the Utah Aerospace and Defense Association about 3 years ago. We worked on it for a year to get it just right, and now we have about 150 members that belong to the organization. Cities, counties, all of the universities, and private enterprise that is concerned about this 20% of our GDP for the state of Utah. So we wanted a place where they could all collaborate, work together, and advocate up at the state.
And out of that has come some pretty cool stuff. Talk to us a little bit about, at the point, we've talked for a long time about this concept of air taxi, vertical lift and vertical ways to move people through the air. It seems Jetson. Maybe I dated myself there if you don't know what the Jetsons are. But it seems kind of futuristic and space age, but in reality, it's not. It's coming.
I want to read a quote from Carlos Braceras, Executive Director of UDOT. He said, "These demonstrations are more than just a technology showcase. They represent a fundamental shift in how we think about mobility." So that's what's really important. These are not some things we're dreaming up. This is not the Jetsons. It's real. So right now you have conventional takeoff and landing vehicles, CTOL. They're all electric vehicles. And they take off. They take about 2,000 feet to take off. So they can hold 5 passengers right now. But right now they're going to be used for small package delivery and medical supplies, things like that. The FAA has already certified one type of aircraft to start being used for this purpose. That company is Beta Technologies. They have chosen Utah to partner with 47G to do advanced air mobility. So they're going to be doing that for about 2 or 3 years. Then they're going to start taking bigger packages. We're going to be able to take 12 passengers in the net by 2030. So by 2030, you're going to have conventional takeoff and landing where you can get in the air. You can go to an airport in a municipal airport in Logan, and you can fly to Ogden and be there in about 12 minutes. Then by the Olympics, you are going to have vertical takeoff and landing vehicles that already exist. The FAA just has not certified them yet for passengers. So by the Olympics, think of this. If you're in Saratoga Springs, you can get in one of these vehicles and you can be across Utah Lake to the Provo Airport to Utah City and Vineyard. You can be there in about 4 minutes. And there could be 12 to 18 of you in these. You could have down here at Desert Color, you can have a vertiport. They're cheap to build. It's not this. It's not an airport. It's not a municipal airport. They don't take a ton of power.
It's a helipad.
It's a helipad. Yeah. That's all it takes. And so cities like I represent West Jordan City. West Jordan City. Here, Mayor Burton. I know where he's sitting.
He's somewhere out there.
They're already working with the Salt Lake Airport, which owns the South Valley Airport, to figure out how we can develop a vertiport and develop around a vertiport. So you can go to Jordan Landing from Layton City. You could be there in just a few minutes. Or you could go catch a basketball or a hockey game downtown in just a couple of minutes. And you could have your kids go skiing.
What are we looking at price? Is this going to ultimately get to something that's affordable for a family to use? Or?
So it will be affordable for a family to use. It will not be affordable for a family to buy one. Just like a bus, if UTA is running something like this service, you're not going to go pay for a bus, but it's affordable to ride in a bus. It's also affordable because you're going to have developers who are already looking at this. This is already a thing, that developers, when they're building these master plan communities and developments, are already putting space for these air taxis in. So they are going to want to invest. There will be a return on investment. The legislature appropriated $2 million for charging stations that will go into municipal airports. So these aircraft that can fly all over the state, they can fly for about 4 hours. UPS is saying we want all of these aircraft. This is going to be so economical for us to fly. It's a lot cheaper than truck and train. But we are not going to invest in an airplane that's going to take 3 or 4 hours to charge. And so this company, Beta Technologies, invented this cube charging station that can be used for any electric vehicle, any electric bike, and an electric plane at any airport. So you can pull up your Tesla or your whatever electric vehicle you have and charge it, so it'd be private. And it will charge one of these planes in under an hour. So you can fly for 400 miles, and then when you need to charge, in under an hour, you're done. You can unload the plane, the packages at an airport, and then be on your way.
Are these aircraft going to be piloted, or will they be drones?
Up until about 2034, they're going to be piloted. Hopefully by 2034, 2035, it's going to be all autonomous. So you're going to step into an air taxi, and you could be the only one in there, and it will fly you to your destination. And this is, again, this is not fan fiction. In Saudi Arabia, they're putting in 125 of these that will be done in 10 years. Dubai already has them. They're already being used. So it will take intra-city travel down by 60%, and inter-city will be done in about a third of the time.
Okay, I want to show of hands. How many of you are going to get in an autonomous electric airplane and go somewhere? All right. I see a generational gap there where some of you, maybe my age or a little bit older, might be thinking, yeah, I'm not doing that. So tell me about that, because
What's really cool is the FAA has to certify all of these planes. And as we went and looked at Beta Technologies, what we found was you had to cut engines and make sure. I'm looking at Councilman Green here. As he has flown around the state and the country, you have to be prepared for any time your engine gets cut or inclement weather, what have you. They were not able to do the normal tests on these planes because the engines wouldn't cut. They wouldn't give out. Even the FAA's planes.
This is supposed to make us feel better right here.
They were incredibly safe. And up for the next 10 years, you're going to have pilots flying these things with real experience who know what they're doing. And I think that your communities will be able to fly on these planes before they become fully autonomous to where you're going to feel comfortable. So right now, it seems like pie in the sky, very scary. In the next 10 years, it'll be just a part of daily life.
All right, you heard it here. It's coming. It'll be interesting to see how they deal with ice and some of the weather conditions that are difficult to fly in this area. So this is coming. When are we going to see a big package delivery happen?
I think about 2027, you're going to see the first round of airplanes in the state of Utah flying above you in the sky.
Are any of these aircraft developed and built in Utah?
Right now, they're all built on the East Coast. I know the state has been working actively with Beta Technologies to get them to manufacture here in the state of Utah, at least for their batteries.
Well, this is exciting. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see this develop. The Point's a good spot to kind of start this.
It's a great spot.
I mean, you could fly into Provo and helicopter, or we don't call these helicopters, vertical lift to your job, West Jordan Airport, wherever, and you could seriously. I know Carlos is a road guy, and there's no way he could make it so you could get from Saratoga Springs to Provo Airport in 5 minutes.
And we're not going to build 15-lane freeways.
I mean, we're running out of space for that, so this is probably looking towards the future. Well, Adam, thank you. It's truly going to be exciting to see. So
thanks, everybody.
All right.